on a more serious note, I can't even do that seriously. Okay, so I got an email a couple of days ago from, I think this kid, I'm not really sure where I know this guy from. I think I spoke at his high school probably years ago when I went on Facebook and kind of looked him up. I think he went to a high school someplace in Texas, and I spoke there years ago. And he sent me an email saying, Mr. Nugent, I'm going through a lot right now, and I feel like I'm on a ledge, and I'm trying to talk myself off without jumping. And I don't think there was anything unique about this email. I think a lot of people right now are on a ledge, emotional ledge or something. We're just going through a lot and don't really know how to navigate these waters, because life, to me, and I just want to just think about this for a second. Life in the past few years, it seemed like it's been accelerating. And if you're going with the flow, things become more, well, it flows more naturally. If you're going against the flow of the river, the flow of the current, you just kind of get scraped up by the rocks and get really, really hurt. And I see a lot of people are really attempting to put their life into perspective and put it into order. And for me, what I had to do, because I'm not immune, because I'm here making these videos, I'm not immune to what's going on in life. And what I had to do was really pick a side, because I told you the other day, I feel like I'm operating between worlds, this Tony Robbins world where you beat stuff into submission, and the other world of allowing. And what I do know for a fact is that this body, Kirk Nugent, is just a small part of who I am. Like your physical body is a small part of who you are. There's a higher self that's with you at all times. And the physical mind doesn't know how things are going to unfold. It just knows how things has unfolded. So the physical mind tends to go with a lot of history. Okay, whenever I do this, my boss responds by doing that. So if I do this, chances are my boss is going to respond that way. But there's a million different ways your boss could respond, or any other situation. So what I've decided now that I'm doing, and I've seen that it alleviates the pain somewhat and life is smoothing out, is that I have decided rather, that I'm going to be in touch more with my higher mind to make more decisions as a whole than just from the Kirk Nugent perspective. So I used to go out and do marketing, and some things work, some things didn't work. So now I've decided I'm not doing anything unless it's inspired action. I'm going to commune with my higher self, and because HIT knows best and knows more, tell me what to do. Tell me the actions to take, and I'll gladly take them. But as far as me figuring and trying to beat life into submission, it's just not working, and I'm not going to do it anymore. For a lot of people, I don't think it works anymore. I think the energy on the planet now is really to get in touch with that higher self, that higher part of you, that other perspective, and start uniting that into your physical daily life and being one with that, being operating, as Bashar would say, a whole person. And I've noticed that the more I do that, the more life unfolds and the less challenges that I face, and the more I'm equipped to deal with those challenges. So maybe that might work for you, maybe it doesn't. Maybe I have no idea this higher self that I'm talking about, what that is. But it's there, and if you get quiet and shut out, that's one of the things you got to do. You got to shut out the noise, because the noise is there to confuse you. The noise is there to fill you with fear. It's always something on the television. This week is Ebola. Next week is Kim Kardashian's ass. It's something. It's always something to just make you lose your mind. So my thing is, I'm shutting out the noise, and I'm going within, and I'm listening to that guidance, and I'm acting on that guidance, and I'm doing everything in my power to stay in a place of joy, stay in a place of thanksgiving, stay in a place of gratitude, because there's always something to be grateful for, always something to be thankful for. Even in my lowest, darkest time, I would always remember, like, man, I'm just so glad I'm here, and I'm not in Afghanistan someplace ducking bullets. I saw a video on the YouTube or Facebook the other day where this little boy was, I think it was in Afghanistan, he's running for or Palestine. And they were shooting at him, and he just faked like he was dead. He just dropped down. He was maybe like 6 years old. Act like he was dead, and then when they stopped shooting, he ran and got this other little girl and rescued her and bring her back to the other side of the wall where it was safe. And I'm like, my God, at 6, imagine the trauma that he's going to carry for the rest of his life. I'm just glad that I'm not in that situation. I don't know how to alleviate his situation, but I'm very grateful that that's not my situation. It's not my reality. So again, I see when I go back to a place of focusing on what I do have and what I'm grateful for and what's working in my life, I get more of that. But if I go into, okay, this is not working, how do I beat that into submission? Then I get more of what's not working and more things that beat me into submission. So the point for today is just, go with the flow. You have guidance, you have higher self, you have spirit guides. I don't know what your belief system are. You might call them angelic guides, archangel, God, whatever. It doesn't really matter. But there is something more to this life than just your physical body, and if you connect to it, the road will be a lot smoother than if you choose not to connect to it. We'll talk tomorrow.